everyone, today I'll be reviewing this Netflix new horror show just dropped today. It's called Brand New Cherry Flavor, starring Rosa Salazar, Catherine Keener, and the show has 8 episodes. It's basically a horror thriller type show. Before I get to my review, I just want to say about this show's cast. If there was a perfect cast, this show has it. The minute Catherine Keener she shows up on the screen, we have seen her in Get Out. She was so amazing in that movie. The minute she shows up, you know this show has a perfect casting because she plays in the show a kind of weird witch. It's not a spoiler because you saw in the trailer. And Rosa Salazar, she plays a Lisa Nova. She basically arrives in LA in 1990 to become a film director. When I say to become, she's determined to become a film director in the show. So when her deal with this producer, when this producer like I have a meet up with her, and at first I must say I was like, oh really, so quickly she got her chance. Of course he has the alternative motives, which is you do see it coming because the way he was giving her the deal. So when she gets betrayed by this producer, she goes to this witch and get some help from her to get revenge on him. Once she made this deal with this witch, of course, so much weird stuff start happening to her. Watching all those things, I was like, oh my god, this show asks you to watch a lot of, especially all the body part horror stuff. I was watching, I was like, really, couldn't watch it. It's so, like, for me it was really hard to watch, honestly, unfortunately, because this shows you so many uneasy like images, like it just burnt your skin, like, oh, especially I'm just gonna give one example, like one eyeball scene. Although all this scene has a meaning to the story, later on you find out, without giving a spoiler or anything. I think this show, overall, what I thought about this show is, I thought it was okay show. Wasn't great, honestly, for me to watch because all this scene really made me very uncomfortable. Especially every time she puked up this cat, I was like, it's really gross. It was a weird watch for me, honestly. It's not as good as people are saying on Rotten Tomato, honestly. Unfortunately, I don't think it's as deep as this is because this show heavily relied on these weird things. The moral of the story kind of get lost in the way. I would say the first couple of episodes were really good, especially episode 1, 2, 3, 4, because once she makes these deals and these things start happening to her, those scenes where like you are really invested in the story you are watching, you are like, oh, what is happening to her? So, because you do want to know more about what is happening to her. But once you get to like why all this thing happening to her, result of it, last episode, I don't know, it wasn't as great as I was hoping, honestly, especially the mystery behind it. Once they reveal it, the witch, I thought it was like, oh. I guess the moral of the story didn't sit with me as much as I wished, because all those people like gone around her, because she was such a cold looking character all the time. How much they meant to her, I wonder, you know what I mean? That is why I don't think this show was as great as it could have been, honestly, because like if this show focused on what does it mean to be successful if you in the process you lost everyone, if this show stay true to that, could have been really great. That's why it didn't fit with me morally. I'm just being honest. That means Catherine Keener in this show, she was really amazing. So was Rosa Salazar. I thought her performance, well, she was really good. I feel like from beginning of the episode, especially the way that her character, she make the deal and all the things happen to her. All those scenes, she's really nailed it. Like, she was so good in it. Unfortunately, whenever the show asked her to show her vulnerable side, I feel like she failed, because although the show did started with her toughness, but once she went to the next step in the story, this show required you to show your soft side, which I don't know why. The way she's shown here, I did not buy it. So I will say her acting wasn't like super great. I will say it was okay at the beginning. However, Catherine Keener, she was really good. She stayed true to the character she was playing in the show. Also, the other character, what was his name? I forgot. The guy, the producer guy, he was also okay. all the acting in the show, I'll say they're okay. It's not mind blowing because this show mainly relied on this all this body horror stuff. Once she became like once she made this deal with the witch, uh like she was getting to like she was getting good deal for her movies and like the other thing, but same time weird stuff start happening to her. All those scene I feel like uh overall I feel like I don't know what is the show was trying to say. That is why I thought this show was, I thought it was okay, but some people will really love this show. So however, I feel like overall message for this show, like what is it, like she got everyone got a die around her, is that is what I saw overall, which is some people will really love this show. I did see it's so weird, this show, the way it was done. It's a, you know, horror show have with this weird stuff. End of this like the season, she does get a deal with the another producer come to her and tells her like, oh, but once you know how she get there, her story, like how did she become this like the short horror movie she made with her friend. That was also so weird. So many weird stuff this show has. I was really, that's like, oh really. Anyway, that's my thought on this show. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave your comment. What do you think about this show? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to check out my other Netflix show review on my playlist, TV show review. And please take care.